Jessica's Parkrun Heroes is brought to you by Vitality Health and Life Insurance.
I'm inspired. I feel like I ran myself. And, oh, that's enough.
Parkrun is a global phenomenon. In the UK, around 200,000 of us run every Saturday morning, helping whole communities get active and live healthier and happier lives. So Vitality, through their partnership with Parkrun UK, have explored 10 stories about ordinary parkrunners who've achieved some extraordinary things. Kirsty Morley's running journey, as she has struggled with mental illness, has created a powerful and transformational film. And if you don't know what lampposting means, well, Kirsty will tell you.
Teddy, do you remember being in Key Stage 1?
Yeah.
What was it like?
Fun. And also
Fun and boring, OK, good mix. So this is where I get to work with the reception children, 30 children in this class. We're doing Aliens Love Underpants at the moment, so there's undies everywhere, and aliens and rocket ships. It helps if you're 4 or 5 in this classroom height-wise. Yeah, this is my home from home. I started running so I could support Teddy. Teddy and Rowan wanted to both do parkrun, junior parkrun, and I had a choice. On those Sundays when the boys' dad was at work, I could say to them, sorry, no parkrun. Or I could learn, get fit enough and learn to run those 2 kilometres to support the boys. I just needed to not let the boys down.
You can grab your signs and start to head out. We will get ready shortly to go. So thank you.
Teddy, are you going to do the warm-up with me? We're doing the junior parkrun warm-up, so we're going to do the gorilla stomp.
yeah.
I remember walking from the car to the point where the start is for junior parkrun and just cracking up a little bit.
We've got loads of us today, which is brilliant.
It's not that I didn't want to be there, I just didn't want to be feeling the way I was feeling, which was overwhelmed by anxiety. I can remember having symptoms of mental illness when I was as young as 9 years old. Anxiety kind of dominated my life. You find it difficult to do things with your children. Even something as simple as going to the park is a huge endeavour. It does shackle you, it does chain you, it keeps you in your home, it keeps you isolated behind a door. I don't like to think how it affects the people who care about me, because mental illness doesn't just affect the person who's been given that diagnosis, it affects every person who loves that person, and that's what's hard. This lamppost is incredibly significant. This lamppost is how I learned to run. When I began, I was quite overweight, so learning to run for me was starting at a lamppost and just making it to the next lamppost, doing my best, running as best as I could from one lamppost to the next, then dying a little bit, recovering to the next lamppost, and then starting the process over again, lampposting. Eventually you get to the point where there's too many lampposts to count, and that's when you know you're running. The first time I completed my first junior parkrun with Teddy, I thought, this isn't just for Teddy anymore. I actually quite like this. What's that all about? I owe a lot to turning up to junior parkrun that day. And the run director who was at junior parkrun today was the first run director I ever met, Damien Cowell. Yeah, I owe him so much. OK, we're going to start off with our gorilla stomp, so that's some jogging on the spot. Come on, Ted, let's get going. We're going to warm up, stay nice and loose. He encouraged me to volunteer for the very first time, and it felt like an enormous thing. Oh, it was an enormous thing, but he supported me and he still does. 1, 2, 3! Have fun, guys! Happy trails! So proud of this. Joined Warrington Running Club. We've got my name. If I'm racing, this is what I wear it with pride. The people that I've met, the support that I'm given, the friendships that I've made, some of the most important people in my life, I met them through joining WRC. It's special running Warrington Parkrun. There's always dozens and dozens of club members. It's like arriving at a reunion, this big family.
Yeah, I realised I'd said that and then was like, ooh.
I love that my mum and dad run. Yeah, we're a bit of a multi-generational running family, and we cheer each other in, and then we all meet at the finish. For me, part of managing the anxiety associated with those crowds of people is running. It just melts, it washes off, it washes away, and I'm free. It's liberating. I mean, I've already hit my 25 and my 100 for volunteering, but it's been a long time coming, the 50 for running.
I'm feeling awesome, actually. I feel alive, I feel awesome.
I couldn't have imagined reaching 50 park runs when I started. It's so special.
I might just come back.
I mean, I know some doctor surgeries are literally prescribing parkrun now, and I get it. I don't know what I'd do without it. I need it, like I need to breathe and like I need to eat. It's that important. If I met somebody who was like I was before parkrun, I think I'd tell them that it does get better, that it can get better. I'd say to them, come and walk parkrun with me. That's what I'd say. I'd say you don't need to be able to run. It doesn't matter what shape or size you are. It doesn't matter if you've got any trainers. It doesn't matter if you can't run 5 feet. I'd say come and walk it with me. And I'd hold the hand and I'd take them and we'd walk it. That's what I'd say. It's been a completely liberating experience. It's changed me as a person. I find myself unrecognisable. The person who started and the person here today is a different person, and a better person for it.
Jessica's Parkrun Heroes is brought to you by Vitality Health and Life Insurance.
Sorry, no. Forgot my trainers.